everyone, my name is Donny, and today I would like to talk to you about colors in movie. Nowadays, colors are a very common thing in movies nowadays, but people tend to forget how important colors are when it comes to movies. So today I would like to talk about the impact that colors can have on a movie's success. So before we get into the main topic, I'd like to talk a little bit about the history of colors in movies. So the history of colors in movie can be traced back to 1902 with the movie A Trip to the Moon, and later that year, then a year later, The Great Train Robbery became the second movie to have colors. Now, at that time, even though there were just a few colors, most of them are just still black-white movie, but it is still a really big step in the movies industry. But the movie that made colors became iconic is The Wizard of Oz. In this movie, people uses a technique called Technicolor, which is you're gonna use a really strong lighting for the colors to show up on the camera. So even though the movie got a lot of problems during its production, but the movie still ended up being one of the most successful movies of all time, even becoming a humanity heritage. Now, after the release of the movies, big companies, especially cartoon companies like Disney, started to produce even more and more colored movies. So nowadays, colored movies aren't a special thing anymore. Every movie has a color. So, but with that growth, people tend to forget how colors can affect a movie. So, why are colors so important to movies? Firstly, they can use as a way to make character iconic. By looking at a specific color palette, who do you think of? You got red, blue, and yellow. And you're gonna think of Snow White, right? Why? Because her colors are so iconic, with the red ribbon, the blue corset, and the yellow dress, which makes her a lot more iconic compared to others. This is what the live action failed to deliver, because in the live action, the colors are so dark that it doesn't make Snow White stands out from the environment, which makes her so forgettable. This is why the original Snow White is so successful, even though with such a simple story and simple characters, it still become a big hit. Why? Because of its colors. Snow White, every scene of Snow White, you see her stands out. Like in this scene, you see her working. She stands out from the luxurious white palace. She's wearing a dark purple-ish, dirty color, which makes her stands out. And in this particular scene where she's in the coffin, you can see her as the most stands out character in this scene. Next, colors in movies can be used as a metaphor. For people who don't know, a metaphor is when you refer to one thing, but you're actually referring to another. So, a movie that has success in using the using color as a metaphor is the internal sunshine of the spotless mind. Throughout the movie, you can see the main girl character changing her hair color 4 times. The green one is a metaphor for a newborn love, as green is the color for sprouts and spring. Next, when she gets to know more about the main man character, her love became deeper and deeper. She became more attached to him, and soon her hair became red. Red is usually referred as a color of love. Next, when the love starts to fade out, you see her hair color turns into a reddish orange color, which is when a relationship started to becoming boring and too plain. And in the end, when the two breaks up, her hair completely turns into blue. Blue in movies are usually referred to as a color of sadness and freedom. So yeah, by using different tones of colors, directors can depict a lot of emotions throughout the scene. Like this scene, you can see the warm colors, which you can directly feel is in the summer. Or in this scene of Harry Potter, you can see that Snape is holding Lily while crying. This scene uses a really dark tone color, which makes the scene become more and more nostalgic and emotional. Next, colors can also be used as a way to set up the environment for the movies. In La La Land, in these two particular movies, La La Land usually uses the warm tone colors, which can be referred to as love and warmth, while in The Conjuring, it sets up its unsettling environment by using a lot of dark, deep tone color. Now, by using specific tones of colors, directors can make the environment feels much different than how it is on the set. That's why colors are so important to movies. And finally, they also create a visual harmony to those who are watching. Let's take an example from movies like The Wizard of Oz and Alice in Wonderland. In this movie, you see a lot of colors everywhere. So by using these contrasty colors with each other, they really catch the watcher's attention and also makes the movies more appeal to them. And that's the end of my presentation. I hope after this presentation you learned something new. And I'm Donny. Thank you for listening.
To learn, to strive, angels sing, dreams come alive. Angels sing.